We are 1 week closer to meaningful baseball beginning. And I think we're all at the point of spring training. We're kind of done. It's been, 3 weeks now of spring training baseball. And we still got another couple weeks to go here. It drags out. It really does. But what we're here to do today is talk about a few storylines throughout the week and break down this past week's games. So first off, let's start with some storylines. Obviously, Alek Manoah still has not pitched since that first awful outing that he had in the spring. Kevin Gausman still has not pitched. However, he threw a side session a few days ago, and so far things are positive. He's still confident that he'll be out there for opening day, so that's a great sign for Jays fans. We got to see Eric Swanson out there today, so great news on his little one that seems to be doing a lot better, and he's back on the field with the Blue Jays, so it's really good news there. And of course, Joey Votto, now down at spring training with the Toronto Blue Jays. It's a weird sight. But I'm kind of, as time has gone on, I'm intrigued. I'm just curious as to how this is going to play out. It could go whatever. It could go awful. It could go really good. Which is stupid because that's literally every possible way. I got this feeling inside me that Joey Votto is going to be a big part of this team this year. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. But it's just that kind of vibe I have right now. Now, let's break down this past week's games, okay? So, obviously, including the split squad game today against the Baltimore Orioles. Let's start on Monday, March 4th. The Blue Jays played the Philadelphia Phillies and won 5-2 over the Phils that day. Now, anything crazy offensively? Vladdy 2 for 3, a couple RBIs and a run scored. He's had a really good start to the spring, so that's great news there. He made a great sliding play. It wasn't in that Phillies game, but he was supposed to play today and, took the day off, wasn't feeling 100%. Obviously, at this point of the spring, you don't risk a damn thing. So he was good there. Anything else? Justin Turner, 1 for 2 with a walk. Anything else jump out like crazy? Not really offensively. Pitching-wise, what do we get to see? And this is why, Jays fans, why spring training means nothing. We got to see Wes Parsons go an inning and 2/3 of shutout ball. Does that all of a sudden mean he's going to be great? No, of course not. Of course not. Trevor Richards went an inning and a third, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, but struck out 4. So he did a good job there. Jordan Romano, two-thirds an inning, allowed 2 hits and a run, but nothing more. Jimmy Garcia, clean inning of work. Tim Mays, a clean inning of work. Chad Green, who's had a pretty rough start to the spring. You know who actually cares about that, though? Not me. Nobody should. All right, and Genesis Cabrera, clean inning of work, so good stuff there. And the Jays won it, 5-2, whoop-de-doo. They've been getting their teeth kicked in quite a bit in the spring so far, so to see a win there is quite nice. They lose 6-5 to the Pittsburgh Pirates, and things were great until the 7th and 8th inning of this ball game. Right? Well, they were up 5-3 in the 8th inning, and they blew it. Offensively, what'd you get? Anything stand out? Espinal walked 3 times and came around to score twice. Nathan Lucas, who's had a really good spring training, he went 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. At that point, he was hitting .538 with a 1,300 OPS. Pretty crazy stuff from him. Jose Barrios got the start, and he was brilliant yet again. His spring has been very, very nice. Trying to mix in the changeup a little bit more, and it's really good to see from him. 3 innings, 2 hits. No runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks. Looked good. Mitch White, 3 innings, 1 hit, couple walks, a strikeout, allowed 1 run. It was a solo home run. And yeah, then the bullpen of Jennings. Who the hell is this guy? Because he's the one that blew it. This is why it's meaningless baseball at this point. Ryan Jennings, the 24-year-old, is the one that really butchered it there in the 8th inning. All right, technically, Hayden Janger. God, that's going to take me some time to get used to. But he's technically got the blown save. I don't know, it says they both got the blown save. Interesting. But either way, they weren't great, and the Jays lose that one 6-5 to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Then they had the day off, and then they beat the Detroit Tigers 5-4. And what happened in that game? Let's break this puppy down. George Springer went 1 for 3 with a run scored. Anything else jump out like crazy? Vogelbach went deep again, and it was off the lefty Andrew Chafin. So it wasn't off some no-name right-hander, off a lefty. He's got 2 bombs in the spring. Really turning heads is Daniel Vogelbach in the spring in spring training. Kevin Kiermaier, I believe he went deep in that game as well. Good stuff from him. IKF 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. And a good start to his spring. And pitching-wise, Bowden Francis. The guy who, if Alek Manoah can't be healthy, I think the Jays are more than welcoming, seeing Bowden Francis take that spot. 3 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 5 Ks. But as we've heard throughout his starts, it seems like the velocity and stuff kind of dips off after the second or third inning. So we'll see how that progresses moving forward, but he was great in that start there. Chad Dallas, unfortunately not great in that one. Yosfer Zuvaleta faced one guy, got him out. Tanner Pearson got in hockey mode. Nate Pearson, clean inning of work, couple strikeouts, good for him. Zach Pop, clean inning of work, couple walks though. And that's it for them. Then we keep going. This is what spring training is all about, Jays fans. Just monotonous spring training baseball. It's just not fun. It's not fun to talk about, but here we are. 2-1 win over the New York Yankees, and that's when Chris Bass, I believe, pitched that one, right? Yeah, and he was awesome. 4 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run, didn't walk a batter and struck out 4. He was awesome. Henderson Cabrera, 2/3 an inning, 1 walk and a strikeout. Jimmy Garcia, clean inning of work, walked 1 and struck out 2. Tim Meza, clean inning of work, a hit, a walk, but got a strikeout and nothing more. Jordan Romano goes an inning, 2 strikeouts. And this guy who is within the Jays' top 30 prospects, Mason Fluharty, has been outstanding in the spring so far. He goes a clean inning of work in a save situation and strikes out the side to end the ball game, so good stuff from him. Offensively, what'd you get? Anything jump out? Again, Nathan Lucas again, 1 for 3, 2 RBIs. I think it was the double or triple that he had in that game. I can't remember what he had. Anything else jump out? No, they had 3 hits total. So there's that. But they won. So great stuff there. Then they win 13-5 against the Phillies yesterday. That's when Vladdy left the game. And the biggest news of all out of that game was Ricky Tiedemann getting the start. He went an inning in the third, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, solo shot to Nick Castellanos, but struck out 2. So good stuff there from Ricky T. Trevor Richards continues to ramp up. He was very good today. An inning in 2/3, 1 hit, 1 walk, and a couple strikeouts. And what else we got here? And nobody else. Connor Cook's a top 30 prospect. He went a clean inning of work, a hit, and a strikeout, nothing more. But offensively, there was lots. George Springer, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. He had a 2-run shot. Gabriel Martinez, man, he's a good-looking young player. 2 for 2 with a run scored. Bo Bichette, just a machine with the bat. 3 for 3 in the game. Ernie Clement, 1 for 3 with a run scored, and he had a big day today in one of the Baltimore games. Vladdy, 1 for 3, had 2 RBIs. Eduardo Escobar, 1 for 2, 2 RBIs. Trying to maybe possibly push it to getting a spot. Probably not going to happen, but we'll see how that goes. Peyton Henry went deep. He was 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Dalton Varsho, good day for Dalton. His spring, I know it's spring and it doesn't mean a damn thing, but he has had a really, really good start to the spring. 1 for 1. Scored a run, walked twice. He's hitting .294 with an .890 OPS in the spring. Again, spring training, who cares? But there's that. Anything else jump out? Not real. Will Robertson, I think he had a grand slam. 1 for 2 with a run scored and 4 RBIs. So good stuff from him. And they win 13-5. So a few more wins this past week. And then you get to today where they play a split squad game against the Baltimore Orioles. Let's go to the game where they lost 11-6. And Yusei Kikuchi got teed off on. But again, spring training, not going to overreact. 2 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, walked 2 and struck out 5, and allowed 2 home runs. 1 to Anthony Santander. I think the other one, I can't remember who the other, actually, I can find that here. Who was the home runs for the Orioles? It was Santander and Jackson Holiday? No, he went deep? Oh, that's crazy stuff. But either way, he wasn't great in this game. Was Yusei Kikuchi. Chad Green, again, not great in his outing, but I don't care. I really don't. Jimmy Garcia, an inning in 2/3, 1 hit, 1 run, walk, and that's it. Henderson Cabrera, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, and a walk. He allowed a home run. Eric Swanson, as I mentioned, we're going to see him for the first time this season. So good stuff. Clean inning of work and a strikeout for the Swan Dog. Great stuff from him. Jordan Romano, 2/3 inning, walked 2, but struck out a guy. And offensively, what'd you get? I mean, the big name at camp right now that's really turning heads, for me, is Alejandro Kirk. He had a home run again today. That's his 3rd home run of the spring. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. You love what you're seeing from Kirk early on in the spring. It gets early, but we'll take it. George Springer, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Bo, another hit, 1 for 3 with a run scored for him. And anything else jump out? Not really. But again, whatever, you lose that game. I think it was 11-6 was the final, and then you tied 6-6 in the other game. So, what they do in the other game? Offensively, Ernie Clement, and as I mentioned, he continues to impress. He went deep off of Corbin Burns in the second inning, I believe, of this game. And this is why spring training means nothing, Jays fans. Do you really believe Corbin Burns against that lineup that he saw today is going to go 3 innings, allow 6 hits, 5 runs, all were earned, allowed 2 bombs? No, it's Corbin Burns. It's not going to happen that way. So that's why you can't overreact with the spring. But Ernie Clement, 2 for 4. The run scored 3 RBIs and had a home run. Great stuff from him. Nathan Lucas continues to rake in the spring, 2 for 4. He's hitting 500 with a 1250 OPS in the spring. He's looked really good. Anything else offensively jump out? Yeah, Servin, Brian Servin, I think is his first name. Yeah, Brian Servin, 28-year-old catcher. He's had some moments in the spring so far. He went 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and he went deep. 364 average in the spring, a 1500 OPS. Very minimal at bats, but still good. And Alan Roden, slow start to the spring, but he had a big day today. I think it's his second home run of the spring. 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, and RBI for him. He has a 932 OPS in the early goings of spring. So good stuff from him. And pitching wise, you got to see Devereaux Harrison, Paulo Espino as your 6 innings of. You obviously didn't mean anything, but a good sign for Jays fans. Josfer Zuvaleta went 2 innings. Didn't allow any hits, allowed a run, not an earned run, walked 1, and struck out 1. So a much better outing for him, and you got 2 innings out of him. And Hagen Danner, who I think is going to be a part of this bullpen at some point this year, went an inning, allowed a walk and a strikeout in his inning of work. The Jays and Orioles split. It's a 6-6 tie in that game. Now, Blue Jay fans, that is going to wrap it up for the game portion. We talked very briefly about the news. I just want to get this thing over with because spring training stinks. We all know that. All right, but I will talk to you guys next week, Jays Edition, recapping again this past week's games. Starting tomorrow against Tampa Bay Rays, New York Yankees on Tuesday, Pirates on Wednesday, Minnesota Thursday, Detroit Friday, Yankees Saturday, Philly and Minnesota on Sunday, and I'll wrap it up with that. All right, so you know what, guys, that is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and are just very ready for games that mean something to begin, because God, it can't come soon enough. March 28th, the Trop can't come fast enough. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed it. The subscribe button, you guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video. Thoughts on the spring. Anybody jump out to you so far in the spring? All that great stuff. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok. All that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you're not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition tomorrow, 9 p.m. tip-off in Denver against the Nuggets. Leafs edition tomorrow Thursday, as they are in Philly, taking on the Flyers, 7:30 puck drop there. And Blue Jays wise, as I mentioned, I'll talk to you guys next Sunday, recapping another week of spring training games. Can't wait to get the real ones going. God, it can't come soon enough. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and are ready to get this thing rolling. We'll talk to you guys then.